What's going on, everybody? Dylan and Ross Save Sports here. Full Press Coverage, Full Press Radio Network. You got Dylan Sanders at Dilly Sanders on Twitter. Myself at Ross Jackson Nola on Twitter. My name is also Ross Jackson. Very glad to be here with everybody. Thanks for joining us for another episode here on Full Press Coverage, Full Press Radio Network. We're going to have a short episode today, 30 minutes in and out. Keep it quick, keep it simple. Dylan, how's it going, man?
It's going good. It's going good. You know, I'm kind of trying to bide my time and figure out what to do on a daily basis now that I don't have school.
That sounded woof for a second.
Mostly it's been a lot of watching football and wanting that to happen, or watching baseball and being glad that's happening. Ross,
give me more football. I want it. We got the schedule. We got a lot of schedules today. Even though the schedule release hasn't officially happened yet, this is kind of how this happens all the time. We sort of know a bunch of different schedules, but we'll get the full schedule release this evening. So we'll talk more about it. But we do know some of the week 1 matchups already. We know some of the holiday matchups. We know the Thanksgiving Day matchups. We know that there might be a Christmas doubleheader. We'll find out, but certainly one Christmas Day game again this year. So a lot of good stuff.
All right. Well, Ross, tomorrow, you know what? We can talk about football all day tomorrow because that's when the schedule release officially happens. But you know what? I'm rocking the jersey of the best team in the MLB today.
The worst team in the MLB. I love it.
The best team in the MLB today for a special reason, Ross, because today it's Wednesday. You know what else it is, Ross?
Baseball.
And then also, Ross, baseball day. And here we are being joined by Sarah Griffin at SKG_18. How you doing today, Sarah?
I'm swell. How are you guys?
Yeah. Welcome back, Sarah. It's good to hear from you.
Happy to be here.
First, how could I forget? First off, Sarah, our East Coast correspondent.
That's right.
How's the weather?
How's it going? How's the weather?
It's actually great today. It was 60 degrees out and cloudy, which is basically summer. So.
Oh, yeah. That's excellent. Good. I'm getting mad phone calls all over the place. So y'all take this on for a little bit. I will be back.
That we need to talk about today. The first thing we need to talk about is the Red Sox. How are the Red Sox doing?
Amazing. Best in the league.
Now, yes, they are do they have actually the best? No, they do not. The White Sox are actually technically the best in the league. Or the Cardinals?
Oh no, the Giants are.
Oh, it's the Giants and Cardinals are tied at 14.
Damn it. Well, you know what? A few days ago, we were the best in the league. And I'm just going to keep saying we are because I'm hoping the other ones fall from grace soon.
The thing is, I'm in a good mood because the Astros and the Dodgers are at least tied. So neither me or Ross can make fun of the other one very much, but I can also make fun of Ross because they were supposed to be way better than they are.
I would say the Dodgers were supposed to be World Series favorites. There's a team that's really fallen from grace.
Oh, Trevor Bauer is falling apart.
Hate to see that.
Top one things you hate to see is Trevor Bauer not thriving. Couldn't happen. Oh man, Bauer outage of more like Bauer outage of skill.
That's right. Got him. But
around the league, we'll talk more about the Red Sox. I know Ross is friends with Gabrielle Starr, who also, shout out Red Sox Twitter for being one of the best baseball Twitters.
It is. It actually is. Sometimes it's kind of insufferable, but I feel like that's every sports fandom.
Yes. Well, you haven't set foot in Saints Twitter, and Saints Twitter is literally the worst. I love it, but it is the worst. We got people having March Madness brackets against each other. We got people making diss tracks against each other. It's insane.
It's all right. I get a taste sometimes of like Patriots Twitter, and I think most of it now is just like Cam Newton versus Mac Jones, but like this like imaginary rivalry between them. And
Yeah.
I just kind of watch from afar.
Oh man, yeah. I get Patriots Twitter every now and then. We have Ian who runs Full Press. He's really big into Patriots Twitter. He's really specifically into Tom Brady Twitter. So every now and then I have to mute him, but I get a peek into that world every now and then, and it's a little much for me.
I would say it's a lot. I would voluntarily dive into it.
But going back a little bit to baseball, what other teams are you having fun with? What other players, what's catching your eye so far this season?
Well, as you know, I'm also a big Brewers fan, and for a while the Brewers were doing really well. Like, not to say that they've like fallen completely. I think they're like 19 and 17 or something. They were at the top of NL Central now the Cardinals took over. But their offense is like the worst thing to watch. It's like they have very good pitching, like one of the best in the league, but they try and compete with like one run every game. And then like last night they were playing the Cardinals in extra innings, and I think they let up 5 runs, the bullpen, and the Brewers just came back with nothing.
Oh man.
It's tough to watch.
Yeah, I will say, I watch a lot of college baseball just because that's like growing up in Baton Rouge. It's just that's what we watch a lot of.
Yeah.
And I will say last night was one of the most fun games I've watched in a while. It was, I think, a 16 to 8 7-inning game.
Oh my God. Between who?
Yeah. It was LSU and Louisiana Tech.
Ooh.
And LSU were the underdogs. So, it felt good. It felt good. But yeah, so that's been fun. I've been watching a lot of aren't the Red Sox picking at the top of the draft?
Yes, they did so bad last year. They have the 4th pick now, which is like insane when you look at the Red Sox this year, where they're like it seems like a completely different team. So it just kind of is unfair.
I will say if there's a Kumar Rocker Red Sox jersey out there, I might have to buy it.
That's what everyone projected him going to the Red Sox.
I would love it so much if Kumar Rocker goes there. I'm a big fan of his. I saw him pitch live. I went to a game because, again, the best part of college is free baseball games, free basketball games. The best part. But I saw him live. That is a large human. He's like 6. He's literally, for all football people listening, he is the definition of an edge rusher. But now he's up throwing pitches, and it's incredible to watch.
I've watched like film and stuff of him, but I've never seen him in person, obviously. So I've never like put 2 and 2 together that he's a big guy.
I think he's like 6'5", 260 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Kumar Rocker for being an absolute tank. I think his dad was an NFL like defensive lineman, so I think that's where he gets it.
Okay,
but,
that makes more sense.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Kumar Rocker. Plus, he just absolutely dominated LSU whenever I went. I couldn't help but appreciate that a little bit. So it's even if your team's losing, at least you're getting to see someone really good play baseball.
And I'd really like to see him play baseball for the Red Sox.
You know what I'm saying? I'm all for it. But any other team? Well, also, I actually want to ask you.
Okay.
Why are you a Brewers fan?
It sounds silly, but I used to be just a big Christian Yelich fan in general, starting like 2015. I was just like, I want to expand my horizons and like pick this random player on some team that's not the Red Sox and just like follow them. And when Christian Yelich was on the Marlins, like he was good, don't get me wrong, but I think at the time, since I was like, I don't know, like 18, I was just like, oh, he's cute and seems decent at baseball. So I was like, I'll just follow along, but like the Marlins weren't that great. Then he got traded to the Brewers, and I was like, well, they have I don't even think they ever play the Red Sox. They're in a completely different league. I know nothing about Milwaukee. I'll just start following them and see where it goes.
I mean,
But of course, that was the year that the Brewers came so close to playing the Red Sox in the World Series. I was like, damn, this could actually be a conflict of interest.
Mm-hmm. I'm an Astros fan, but I really just typically root for LSU players in the MLB. That's whenever I can latch on to one of them, I root for them. And of course, I love Fernando Tatis. Who doesn't? You know who doesn't? Annoying people. Actually, I want to ask you this. We talked about this yesterday, Sarah.
Okay.
I assume you saw the video of the young kid celebrating a home run, and everybody freaked out about it. You saw it?
Sure did.
All right. Where do you stand on that?
I just think anyone who gets upset about that's like the biggest nerd. Like, you kind of really like, why are you watching baseball if you hate people having fun? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I love baseball, but not the part when the players have a good time and there's like happiness involved.
It's like whenever people were yelling at Fernando Tatis for hitting a grand slam. Like,
that confused me so much because I was like,
get it.
It's all these like old people, and like I hate like saying like, oh, the old people, they're ruining baseball. But
yeah,
like,
Ross, you hear me?
Group of them.
Yeah, it's all people Ross's age, you know.
They hate baseball. They hate boring.
They hate baseball. Yeah, no, I don't get the whole point of like wanting a sport to be boring. But I feel like everyone's like, well, baseball's changing. Yeah, baseball needs to change.
Yeah, I'd hope it's changing. They're like, oh, if I was that pitcher, I'd be throwing at him the next at bat. I'm like, why? Like, you let him run. Maybe you should better.
But also, it's not against the unwritten rules for a pitcher to celebrate a big strikeout.
No, when you see like, again, like Trevor Bauer has like that goofy little strut thing he does, like, you know, oh, he should never do that. He's ruining the sport.
We had someone ask yesterday why everyone hates Trevor Bauer, because he speaks a lot of truth, and I explained it as it's how he speaks and how he does what he does.
There's like one like. I have no problem. Like, Marcus Stroman's a good one. Like, he's like confident. Like, he talks the talk and like he knows what he's saying and he knows how to like say it. Whereas Trevor Bauer just kind of comes off like kind of a douche.
But also, me and Ross had the argument is I don't know that much about Trevor Bauer. I don't know if he's done like anything like really bad. But a person like Trevor Bauer might be good for baseball. You know, like a Carlos Correa, who I am rocking right now, by the way, I was at the store the other day and I was wearing this jersey and someone yelled Astros cheated and I was like, yeah, and then it happened like 2 more times that night and I'm like, oh, I probably just shouldn't wear this right now, but it's
but
whatever.
Also, what else you probably didn't.
I was like, okay, I was like, your team probably did too, but we didn't. We were the ones that got punished for it.
That's the thing, like, honestly, if there's a team in the MLB that didn't cheat, there's probably a reason they have a losing record.
Exactly. I'm like, it's always like the Yankees and the Dodgers fans. I'm like, well, your team literally got named in the investigation as teams who did it, but the Astros were the ones that got punished, and they barely got punished at all. I can admit that there was like no punishment at all for that.
No punishment at all. But that's like people now, they're like, oh, the year Alex Cora returns, all of a sudden the Red Sox are good again. Like, seems suspicious. Did you take a look at the Red Sox roster last year? Like, they could have cheated all they wanted, and they were still not hitting above that 500 mark.
It was kind of atrocious. I've been playing MLB The Show a lot, and it's fun seeing. For whatever reason, the Yankees always suck in that. Right now, I think I'm in the year 2025. The Astros are on top of the league. We got Aaron Nola as our ace. You know, I always trade for Aaron. I always trade for Aaron Nola again.
Why?
My LSU guys.
Oh, okay.
LSU guys. Yeah, but I just lucked out with Alex Bregman going to the Astros because I was ready to root for whatever team he went for.
I would say that's the one LSU player I think I can name off the top of my head is Alex Bregman.
Okay, let's see. LSU, I always do that. LSU players and the Tigers. Well, there's the hated one, not hated, but people. He's really good, and I really wish he didn't play for his team. But DJ LeMahieu.
Oh, he went to LSU.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
There are more than people realize.
LSU's strong in the major league.
Kevin Gausman was an LSU Tiger. Jacoby Jones for the Tigers.
I'm big now.
Oh God, Ross, you were humongous.
I'm huge.
And Ross, while you were gone, we came to the conclusion that it's people your age that are making baseball die.
Yeah,
all the boomers.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Killing it off.
All right, the MLB needs a rule change like the MLB, excuse me, the MLB needs a rule change like the NBA did with the play-in. Mm-hmm. Like that big thing that like draws people into to watching. The NFL could use something too because they haven't done anything interesting since the forward pass, so that would be pretty great.
Everything needs revamping.
Yes.
Everything.
Mm-hmm. Very true. All right.
And while he was not an LSU Tiger, I will say shout out to Wade Miley, Louisiana native, for randomly throwing a no-hitter.
So unexpected. I got the notification like breaking ongoing right now. Wade Miley throwing a no. I was like, what? Is this correct?
Okay, Sarah. While Ross can contribute to this conversation as well. The Oakland Athletics. Should they relocate?
Yes.
No.
Diametrically opposed.
Diametrically.
Ross, why do you think they should stay?
So I want Oakland to have something, damn it. Everything's leaving Oakland. The Raiders left Oakland. The Golden State Warriors moved over across the bay. Like they've got
Ice Cube.
Barely. He lives here.
Oh yeah,
he lives in Los Angeles.
That's true.
It's so bad. Like I want Oakland, such an incredible city, and everybody's leaving them.
Yeah, well,
it's sad. Down bad Oakland.
Sarah, why do you think they should, and also why do you think do you think they will? Actually, I'll ask you. Do you think they will?
So I'm biased because I actually just wrote an article about all these different places that they could go. So now I'm like, wow, some of these would actually be sick. I would go like fly out here to go to a game there. So I think that may be the reason I'm like, yep, move so I can go to a game or something.
Well, where can people find this article?
It's going to be posted by the end of today on Pitcher List.
Yes, shout out. Where do you want? I know where I want the team to go, and it's completely selfish. I have two places that I would love to get an MLB team. It's Baton Rouge. Shout out. Go Tigers. Baton Rouge baseball players have been thinking about that name all night. And then
the Baton Rouge baseball team.
Yep. And then Buffalo. I would also love to get a major league team.
Okay.
Because they would, they treat the minor league team there very well, but I think that a major league, any sports team that goes to Buffalo will just get showered in love.
True.
Because it's another team that can fail, but will still get support. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, at the top of my list was Nashville, also for selfish reasons, just because one, it was like the only place that I've been to out of the list of places I had. And two, Nashville's just fun. So I'm like, that would be kind of sick to have a baseball team down. They have a minor league team. I know it's pretty popular, but I'm like, that'd be pretty sick to have a major league team, a major league stadium in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
I like that idea.
I've been to Nashville once. We went on vacation. It was very fun. It was a very cool place. Shout out to Nashville. Yeah, no, that'd be awesome. But, I could really see them moving. If they can't get their stadium done like they wanted to.
See, I feel like I don't know enough about, because I was like trying to read into it from my article and stuff, and I'm like, all right, it just sounds like there's a big disconnect between the team and the Oakland like local government. I don't know much about that, but it sounds like they just haven't been very helpful at all to them.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot that goes into it, and yeah, it's weird. Ross, what do you think the best sports Twitter is? Another conversation we had earlier.
Best sports Twitter in terms of like a team
Yeah.
Twitter?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
fandoms.
Oh, the Chargers. Los
I am
Angeles
not at all
Chargers.
connected to Chargers Twitter at all. I
Yeah.
have I cannot add to that.
I thought you were talking about like best
No.
sports team Twitter account.
Yeah, no, we meant like the fandoms.
Got it. Oh, that's easy. The Arizona Cardinals.
Is it?
Yes,
Really?
the Arizona Cardinals. Because the team is often so bad that Cardinals Twitter / Cardinals Reddit will turn their respective
Cardinals Reddit is great.
Yeah, they'll turn their respective areas into bird watching, literal just photos of Cardinals instead of talking about the team because the team is so bad. And they'll do that on Cardinals Twitter as well.
Well, what's the worst one? Is it Saints Twitter? I think it might be Saints Twitter because I love Saints Twitter, but it is a purely toxic place.
Saints Twitter is absolutely perfect. Absolutely.
You wouldn't change anything about it?
You know those times where like you walk into a friend's like really nice house and you're like, damn, I might steal this house?
Yeah.
That's Saints Twitter. You walk into Saints Twitter and you're like, damn, I might steal this Twitter. Like, I'm going to take as many little things from Saints Twitter and I'm going to try to inject it into my fan base's Twitter. Like, that's their whole thing. I would say probably Lakers Twitter.
Lakers Twitter sucks, man.
Lakers
I
Twitter.
can see that. I don't know much
Yeah.
about NBA Twitter in
I
general.
mean, you link okay. All of Lakers Twitter is also part of Yankees Twitter. So
And that's probably why I've seen some of it.
oh man.
I feel like they always pop up because, again, I'm not like heavily involved in Celtics Twitter, but they're always somehow in Celtics Twitter's like replies or whatever. I'm just like, where are these people coming from?
it's because the Celtics. The Celtics and Lakers don't like each other.
See, that I knew, but I'm like, sometimes they'll be in there. I'm like, they didn't even play each other. I'm just like, what are all these like LeBron icons doing in these replies?
LeBron Twitter is weird, man.
It really is LeBron Twitter, right?
LeBron Twitter is separate from Lakers Twitter.
Yeah.
That's a whole new entity.
LeBron Twitter is all over the place, and LeBron Twitter is in every verified account's mentions, calling him a fraud. Because LeBron Twitter is both pro and yeah,
now
everywhere.
That LeBron's like part owner or whatever the Red Sox, all of a sudden in their replies is all these like LeBron icons. They're like, oh, Bron back a winning team to Boston. Like, what did he do?
He brought the power of yes, Sarah. He brought the power of yes.
Like, he did nothing.
There's been a lot of crossover of NBA Twitter and baseball Twitter recently because of Alex Rodriguez buying the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Right.
And the Minnesota Timberwolves star player not knowing who Alex Rodriguez was. Other than that, he dated J-Lo.
Right.
I love that.
Which, by the way, Jennifer Lopez, Ben Affleck back together?
Yeah, that's a win. That's a win.
It's a big win.
Thing?
That's a big win.
Apparently, we started talking in February, which was they were still like Aaron and J-Lo were still together. So everyone's like, "Oh, tampering."
Tampering.
Oh man. Oh, what is wait? What? Then what was up with the only thing I've seen of Ben Affleck recently is that girl that he unmatched with on Bumble or whatever it was, and he sent the video to.
Oh yeah,
I didn't see
some
that.
girl like matched with him on like some like I think it's like a dating app for like either like famous people or like influencers, like that type of thing. And I think he messaged her and she didn't reply, so he Instagram messaged her a video and it was like, "It's me, Ben Affleck. Why she would match me?" Which is like, weird when you're Ben Affleck to be that like bothered by that.
Okay.
Naveen, why did you unmatch me? It's me.
There's Ben Affleck. There is a dating app for only influencers. Ross, you can get a part of that. You're verified now.
I'm not an influencer though.
You influence me to do bad things.
Whoa. Whoa, did I turn you into a hood rat? I didn't mean to do that.
No, you made me watch Snowball during Christmas, and that was Snow Globe, and that was a real bad. That was a real bad thing you
It's
made me
very
do. 'Cause
true.
That
I
movie
did
sucked.
do that.
Man. Well, Sarah, what is something you can leave the people with from baseball? What should we watch out for the next couple weeks?
Fly balls. Okay, sorry.
Not bad.
The Red Sox going back to the top of the league.
Oh yeah.
Going back, yes, because they fell. And Ross, Astros and Dodgers are tied right now.
Yeah.
Sarah, who finishes the season with a better record?
God. I want to pick the team that I want more to pick, finish the better record from either of them. I don't really want. I guess I'll say the Dodgers just because they're at least not in the American League.
Wow.
Get the cat.
Um,
I love it.
Man. Also, do you know, since we're both here, since we're all here, Ross, do you know Joe Kelly's ERA this season?
Is it like 54 or something like that?
It is
Yeah.
50, it is 54.
Absurdly bad.
I feel real bad for him.
Yeah, I'm sure you do, buddy. I'm sure you do.
Hate to see it.
Hey, you hate to see it. Him and Trevor Bauer, man. Hope they bounce back
Down bad.
soon.
Down bad.
Down bad.
Real
Okay,
bad.
Sarah, is the best baseball social media post recently Fernando Tatis photoshopping Trevor Bauer onto his son's head?
Oh, 1,000%. I shared my Instagram story and people that don't follow baseball responded to it and what is this? I don't even want to explain it. You wouldn't find it funny.
It was funny. I think it was the funniest. Well, Sarah, thank you for coming. East Coast correspondent, TikTok star, TikTok extraordinaire, Twitter extraordinaire, Pitcher List. Go find her article later today about where the Oakland Athletics could be on the move to. And yeah, anything else coming out soon or anything you want to shout out, Sarah?
I think that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, go Astros. A repeat World Series coming soon to
I don't think
Major
you want an
League
exact
organization
repeat of that
You
World
know,
Series
whatever.
win.
You
I don't think you want to
know,
exact
you know,
repeat. Do you?
what happens, Ross. It is out of my control.
Out of your control. Sarah, thank you so much for taking the time to join us.
Thank you.
Sarah, wait, one more question before you leave.
Yes.
Going to 2 vinyl stores this weekend. What record should I buy?
Well, you need to find one of Lord's albums.
They're
Just
so
one
hard
of
to
them.
find.
They're hard.
Okay.
But I will look.
Still on the list. That's still on the list. Let me think. Do you like Vampire Weekend?
I've never listened to a Vampire Weekend album.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna be
listen to
real.
Vampire Weekend and then buy one of those.
Okay, all right, yeah,
There
we'll
you
do.
go.
We'll do.
Perfect.
All right, Ross,
right,
do you want to
y'all.
send this out?
Yeah, I got you. All right, y'all. We appreciate you coming through. We'll be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you. Appreciate Sarah coming through. Make sure you follow Sarah at SKG_18 on Twitter and for Dylan Sanders at Dilly Sanders on Twitter. I'm Ross Jackson at Ross Jackson Nola. We'll see you tomorrow.